Our friends, my bosses and colleagues, and my bosses and colleagues-in-law. Hello to all of you again. In Vietnam, after we drink, we talk. So that's why I would like to give a brief speech today as part of the ceremony. Many colleagues asked whether I would sing. I said no. I don't like to chase you away. But probably I can tell a few stories. So just to let you know, the theme of our wedding ceremonies, all the way from Vietnam to Singapore, is traveling. Everything is themed after traveling. And in Vietnam, we have this lovely backdrop up to summarize our travels. Over the past 4 years or so, we went to a lot of places together. And if you look at this, every sign, every chalk is a place. In total, maybe we have been to 20, 25 places together. And the number of pictures we took together was quite incredible. We ran out of a few hard drives to store our photos. So when our parents asked us whether you guys would like to give a briefing to your colleagues on your pictures, I said no, that would take until Wednesday. So I would like to give a very brief summary of what we have been through together. We will show you a few very memorable photos we took together. Those photos that made us laugh so hard that sometimes we end up crying. Okay, so let's start. Okay, this one is 4 years ago. Okay, this was in Singapore. This is July, and remember that at this time I was in Vietnam. I was posted to CapitaLand, Vietnam. This is my second trip back to Singapore. The first trip I took back to Singapore to have my first date with Sarah was in April. At that time, I had only stayed in Vietnam for 1 month, so my mom asked, "How come so fast? How come you are flying again?" Then I told her I had a meeting at CapitaLand. So come July, I ran out of meetings at CapitaLand already. I told her that I was coming to Singapore to have a meeting with this lovely person. Yeah. Okay, so this was our second date. We was deliberate that we went out blue on blue. Everything was blue. Blue jeans, blue shirts, blue dress, blue shoes. I'm not sure, maybe this is blue flip-flop from Sarah. Right. So we were walking around the river. Then we saw this gentleman. This gentleman with a blue rickshaw. Blue on blue. Then I said, my gosh, this must be fate. Right? This uncle must have been an angel sent from heaven, you know. Cannot be, you know. And then this kind of thing happens in Korean dramas. Everything is prearranged. Right? And Sarah is a big fan of Korean dramas, so maybe it was a trap. Until this day, I still don't know. So we saw this gentleman, blue rickshaw, everything matches. We took some money out of our wallet. We took a ride along the river, and I also briefly took possession of the rickshaw, took a picture, and half a year later was made into this birthday card for me. So maybe this was from Sarah, so maybe it was Sarah's trap. Anyway. So after this, we have been taking a lot of photos in which we dress in the same tone. So this is our style. Okay, fast forward. This is in 2011 already. More than 2 years later. There was Sarah. Sarah was on her master's course at Stanford University in the US. And we decided to take some wedding photos together in the US. So here she is, 7 a.m. in the morning. Just to let you know, she finished her exam at 1 p.m. the day before. And the dress was bought at 5 p.m. The dress bought at 5 p.m. In a city about 200 kilometers away. This dress was not bought in Stanford, it was bought in San Francisco, a train ride away. Okay, the flowers. Flowers we bought at 10 p.m. No other place would sell flowers at this hour, apart from 24-hour supermarkets. So this was from a supermarket. Then we made into a bouquet at 2 a.m. Then we didn't sleep yet. We still had to pack our suitcase 3 a.m. in the morning. And all these, right, were ready at 7 a.m. So this was the kind of schedule that we ran in the US. And by the way, I had quite an eye-opening experience when we bought the dress for Sarah. You know how hard it is to buy a dress for Sarah in Singapore? Nearly impossible, right? It has to be XXXXS, right? Even if you know how hard it is to buy a dress for Sarah in Singapore, you still don't know how hard it is to buy a dress for her in the US. This dress is size 2. Size 2, the US size. Only one in the shop. So while Sarah was trying it on, trying to see where it fits, thank God it fit. I was roaming around the shop, and about 5 meters from her there was an American lady trying on size 24. So this kind of thing is the kind of thing you don't see in Singapore, you don't see in Vietnam, you don't see in this region of the world. So it was quite some experience for me. Okay, and there she was warming up. I was still busy moving stuff down. She has 70 kg and we would of luggage, and I would bring 70 kg all around the US for 21 days, and paid the amount of fees enough to cover one more person traveling with us. And then we started to have fun, take a lot of photos. Right, this shot obviously failed. Cannot make it to the album. Right, but this one did. And this one made it to the cover of your invite cards as well. So you must be quite familiar with this one. All in all, quite a busy morning. You see, we nearly didn't sleep that night. Still quite lively, right? Amazing stamina, right? And until this happens. This one was 15 minutes after the photo shoot in Stanford. Cannot stand it anymore. I was still quite lively. I could still tolerate it thanks to the hours, the kind of hours that Capital Land and CMA work. So, not sleeping is normal. And she really fell asleep. It was not acting, you know. I was not casting a magic spell on her. She really went to sleep. Then we recharged at the Pho restaurant. It's a Vietnamese noodle restaurant in the US. This one probably top 5 in the world. It is very good. So if you come to San Francisco, to look out for this one. Then your battery fully charged again. I was also, I need to catch a nap, right? And after that, a busy afternoon until 6 p.m. In the Japanese garden, in the Palace of Arts, the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, it is quite amazing to look at our schedule during those days. Okay, at Stanford, Sarah finished her exam 1 p.m. Jump on the train to San Francisco, reached there 3 p.m. Bought the dress at 5. And we visited a friend for dinner at 7. Bought flowers 10 p.m. Jump on the last train back to Stanford, arrived 1 a.m. Still had to do up the flowers and dress. Still had to pack the bags. Slept at 4. Up at 6. Do the photo shoot until 11. Then went all the way to San Francisco, lunch, photo shoot until 6 p.m. Went straight to airport. From there, we flew all the way to New York, red-eye flight. Landed at 6 a.m. And then if you think we are crazy already, we went on to take a tour. East Coast tour until we hit Niagara Falls at 8 p.m. in the evening. So this is a kind of no margin for error schedule that we run. Then for nearly 60 hours we didn't lie down on the bed. Right, so this was very memorable. And after that we didn't do that again. Okay, so another memory. This one is in Hong Kong. You know that we are the kind of people who would think of taking nice photos in special places all the time, right? So when we arranged our trip to Hong Kong, we already packed this costume together. We want to dress up something special in Hong Kong, in Disneyland. So we went into Disneyland like this, looking like this. And suddenly after the gate, there was a crew of maybe this table here, of 10 people, with cameras, with video cams, with a lot of props, greeting us and giving us this star guest welcome sign. And others took to take a lot of photos. They hit. 5 minutes. Then there's a guy coming to me. Says, sir, are you the VIP guest who booked our service? Then I said, I look at Sarah, I look at myself, I said, I like the idea. Like it very much, like the service. But we are ordinary people. In fact, we are no money people. So cannot do any service like this. Then it turned out that no money people cannot roam around Disneyland like this. Apparently have to pay. So after a round of negotiation, we still managed to get this photo from them. They only gave us once. And they asked us, okay, you guys have to change normal clothing for the rest of the day. So we said, thank you very much. We changed to normal clothing. And we enjoy our day in Hong Kong, in Disneyland. Okay, this in Macau. Another very memorable story. So what happened in Macau? This trip happened in April. So maybe just 1 month after I got my bonus. So after I got my bonus, we booked the trip to Macau because I heard from friends that at your management level, maybe you make more a day in Macau than in the office. So we went to the biggest casino in Macau, which is the Venetian Macau. And if you know us well enough, the first thing that we would do at a place like Venetian Macau is to take photos. Right, so which we did, right? And then we still had money in our pocket, still ready to gamble. Then Sarah said, wow, this place is so beautiful. You sure you want to spend time in the casino room or not? Or you want to walk around with me and take photos? So who said we went on to gamble? Who say we decided to gamble? Okay, a few hands. Who say that we change our plan and take photos after this?
Everyone.
Okay, everyone. Okay, those people who believe that we change our plans or we went on to gamble were wrong, right? You don't know us. The majority of us here who say that we continue to take photos, right? Also wrong. You don't know us enough. Because what we did was that we took the taxi back to the hotel, changed clothes first, then back again. Right. And this behavior is so like us, you know. This shot was taken at 9 p.m. This one is already 11 p.m. at night. And we would stay here until 4 a.m. And this shot alone was a shot that we will never forget. Because we took 60 shots. 60 shots to get it right. You know, the heart shape must be like this. Cannot be like this. Right? With this kind of clothing, the heart shape must be like this. So 60 shots, 2.5 hours, and we stayed there for until 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so these are the kind of memories that make us laugh so hard that sometimes we end up crying because our stomach hurts. And this one was taken by ourselves, no professionals. No professionals would take 60 shots. If you are a professional, take 60 shots, you are downgraded. Cannot make money. This one was taken by us with a tripod. Okay, so lastly, because we go together to so many places. Last year, I got this made by Nike. This is a Nike ID pair of shoes, designed by me for Sarah. And this one is unique. This one there's only one pair in the world. So if you see somebody, not Sarah, running around with this, right, in East Coast Park, in Bedok Reservoir, right, or in Công viên Thủ Lệ in Hanoi, then you know that the pair is fake. Because in the world, there's only Sarah who has this real pair. And how do we know it's real? Like this. Brilliant, right? Okay, and talking about the names on the shoes, right? It is really, really important. Really important that we get it right. First, the spelling must be right? If the spelling is not right, then throw away already, right? Okay, even if the spelling is right, it's important to see whose name is where. So my bosses at CapitaLand and CMA may know that when we do IPO, right, do listing, do some important document, the bankers can fight over whose logo is on the left and whose logo is on the right. So Vinh's logo and Sarah's logo, whose one is on the left and whose one is on the right. So this one has deep meaning, you know. So when I meet Sarah's friends and colleagues and relatives, and they ask me, I say, Sarah must be on the right. Sarah is always right. right? Sarah is always right. That's why her name must be on the right. Then when my gentleman friends and my cousins and my relatives ask how come this way, then I share with them, obviously my name should come first. So among you here, depending on who you are, whether you're from Capital Land or POB, whether you are more of my friend and Sarah's or more of her friend and mine, you should believe in one or another version. Right? If you're from POB, believe that Sarah is always right. Her shoes. Then if you are my friends, then you should take away the other one. Okay, so, and this is our ID card issued by Nike. Designer name is Lifelong Running Mate. And design name is our Happy Marathon. So after today, if you come to a shop, and a Nike ID shop, and try to make a pair with this designer name and design name, the computers will say, sorry, cannot. Because this one is unique, it's already locked. And we hope that with these shoes symbolize our spirit of traveling a long journey in life together to many fantastic places. These are really all over the world. Okay, so to fantastic places like this. And we will continue to go with each other to many places throughout our very long life together. Thank you. Okay, and now from here,